Hi, students. I hope you're doing well. This section is discussing experiential learning and the things that you could do to bulk up your resume, especially when we're discussing work or professional experiences. Today, we have Destiney Tolbert here with us, and I'm very happy because she has that knowledge to give to you regarding experiential learning. So take it away and begin with introducing yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. As she mentioned, my name is Destiney Tolbert. I serve as the director of the Pioneer Center for Student Excellence here at the Dallas campus, and just glad to be here. So, thank you.
Wonderful. Now, before, when we were kind of just discussing before the recording, I know you're discussing that you lead several projects. Can you let us know about those?
Yeah, absolutely. So, some of the projects that we provide in our office here in the Pioneer Center for Student Excellence is our first generation exploration programs. And so, what that is a program that's designed to prepare, first generation students, undergraduate students, to really just explore like industries, their majors, and identify learning experiences. So we have a series of programs throughout the semester, and usually these are in the spring semester, and so it's about like 5 sessions. These are currently we've been doing them virtual. And what we've been able to do is talk about like what can you do with this major. So that particular workshop kind of emphasizes more on like discovering like tools for researching majors and jobs. Um, and that particular one was not a virtual one. So it was an in-person one. So I do remember that. And we were able to, provide students with breakfast and things like that. Um, and then we had another session that was called Industry Conversations, where we were able to bring in some, folks, professionals from different corporations to come and, sit on a panel with us. And students were able to connect with those professionals and just really engage in like meaningful like conversations, just for inspiration and preparation for the career field that they are looking to be a part of. And so we were able to also provide lunch for this particular workshop as well. We did another session, and we did vision boards as well. And so this was a fun activity. This was also in person. Actually, all of these were in person. I get my years mixed up. Blame COVID, but this was also an in-person one too. And so we had a good turnout. We served breakfast for those students, and the students were able to, create a vision board, explore like their academic professional goals, where they were able to just, envision what their future looked like. Because I mean, obviously, this is a new year. We have goals, and so that was something that our students really enjoyed doing. Our last one was a employer site visit. And so this particular session was where we were able to have students take a couple of our students to FEMA Region 6 in Denton. And students were able to learn more about the different positions there. With that particular organization, we were able to do a tour of the building. It was really exciting. It's very exciting. And we were able to just get like, a full array of like what it was like to really work there. And so students were able to also talk to professionals there to learn more about their position, their job description, and such. We learned the history. It was just mind-boggling. Like I really enjoyed it myself as, you know, um, as assisting those students there. But our students really had great turnout. So we had over about like 6 students that we took to that site, that employer site. So that is our first generation exploration program. Again, we do at least like 5 to 4 like sessions of that. And the requirements for that is where students just have to like complete the application. There is like a couple of like requirements as far as like if you are a first generation student, you get accepted into that program. And so a lot of those requirements are on our website. And what I can say is you have to be a TWU student in order to be enrolled. And you have to be enrolled for fall and spring in order to be a part of the program. You have to commit to being enrolled for those semesters. You have to be in good academic standing as well. And so, no academic probation or anything like that. You also must receive a faculty or staff like mentors approval to apply for the program. And then you must be able to complete the proposed project by March usually. And so when I say about the proposed project, basically those students have to be engaged in their own original like research project, and not the work of like their faculty or staff mentors. So the program is what we do is we support the students' research experience as well. So what else is there? So that is our exploration program. Our internship program is a little different. And so with that program, it's called our first generation internship prep program. We usually also have this for the spring semester. So we have a large amount of candidates that usually apply for this program. And we, those that are, myself, that are on the committee, we get to select these students based on their requirements. And so we get so excited because we get to meet with these students. We get to work with them throughout these next 4 weeks of the program. And so it's a great benefit for these students. Being a part of that program, those students will meet once a week. So, Thursdays from 1:30 to 3 p.m. And usually these meetings are used to really just, discuss the preparation of materials, provide resources, guidance on like application, internship programs, as well as like, inviting guests and such other like campus departments, faculty and staff, employers to assist with the internship preparation and career development as well. So these are virtual. These are virtual sessions, and throughout these 4 meeting sessions, and we do these on Zoom, by the way. We try to emphasize to the students that, yeah, they are virtual. We are in a virtual setting. It can be a little, draining or tiring or whatever, but we do try to, encourage them and let them know like, hey, at least engage with us, interact with us kind of thing. We highly encourage them to, just share their camera, engage and discuss during the meetings as well. And so we have really good, exciting guests that come that we've selected to provide like resume reviews, mock interviews, and give them feedback for, basically just giving them feedback on a lot of these materials, and then a way for them to just make a connection as well with these employers. So at the end of the program, a lot of them will ask for like reference letters as well, and for their internships that they're applying for. And so we're able to, provide a reference letter as well. And so that's something that we can help with in their professional development as well as their leadership experience and career development. But yeah, so trying to see what else am I missing for that particular.
No, it's okay. I love that you're discussing that because for our programs beginning fall 2024, we're going to be offering an internship course that
Nice.
students could take, anytime during their academic career here at TWU. So it doesn't have to be just, fourth year students.
Okay.
So I think that is spectacular. And this will be a good prep for them
Yes.
when they're gaining internship experience. I think that's perfect. And when you were talking about the different programs that are there, one of the things that really I connected with was mentorship.
Mhm,
In many of the discussions that I've been having with professionals, mentorship has always come up. And that's a beautiful thing because, I mean, mentors who can become sponsors, right? Writing recommendation letters and stuff like
mhm,
that. They could totally open up their network. That's one of the reasons why I like your event with networking. I think that's
mhm,
perfect. And mock interviews. Um, but mentors, I like because sometimes they may open up their network, right? To provide you
mhm,
guidance academically and definitely career focused.
mhm,
Um, and a lot of that, I don't think maybe mentors or students um think of the depth of what the relationship could be. Like for instance, it didn't happen to me when I had a mentor, but it
mhm,
happened to I think one of my students where their mentor, like they're in academia, but they had individuals that are out there doing field work in the profession,
yeah.
and they allowed or opened up their network for the student to job shadowing, because I feel like you really don't know what you're getting into until you see the work, the day to day,
Right,
right?
right.
So allowing that, for our students, for them, especially to come to us, holding a supportive environment for that instead of just throwing them to a conference or job fair and just be like, produce, perform.
Mhm,
I think it, bringing professionals into our campus or our environment
right.
lessens the imposter syndrome, or just kind of like the
Absolutely.
nervousness that could go. I mean, I still get nervous at 43 years old. I still get nervous when I go to conferences and they're like mini session conference networking, and I'm like, I still get that way. Um, and another thing you brought up was research.
Mhm,
I'm a huge component for student research, especially if students want to gain post grad,
yeah.
secondary, post secondary, like grad work, grad school. And the
Mhm,
resource for that undergraduate research program is Dr. Elrod. So I'll put
mm,
that in the descriptions, underneath this video. So there's
okay.
resources there. Um, so I just wanted to get your opinion on, especially since some of our students need more experience on their resume. So how
Mm.
would you describe what experiential learning is?
Um, so it ultimately consists of both of the programs that I kind of talked a little bit more about, but ultimately it's to prepare them to a lot of things that you already kind of mentioned to is oh
Sorry, my phone's ringing. It's okay. We're gonna pause.
okay, not a
My
problem.
partner's running to the phone and plugging it. So let's kind of pause back and go back, and I apologize for
No,
that.
you're fine.
So the things you forget. Oh, landline, which no one has a landline. We got it for free.
Right, nobody has one anymore, but hey, that's good that you do. You do.
Now I know. Okay, so going back to the original question, was how important is experiential learning? And I mean, what is experiential learning and why is it important?
So that is a great question. So ultimately, experiential learning is basically a program to help students develop their a little bit more about what their career is. So like, and get more in like, engaged in their major and their study of program, if that makes sense. And so it's recommended for, students in their third, fourth year of school. And so students, who have work experience, student leadership, volunteer experience, academic research projects. We want to be able to prepare them for, real life experiences. And I mean, like you mentioned earlier, why it's so important. It's important because those students get the hands-on experience where they get the opportunity to just gain those practical, real world experience in their chosen field. And they also get to, the opportunity to adopt like that skill development where they're able to, in those internships and exploration programs, you know, it'll provide students the chance to really just develop and really like hone in on like valuable skills, right? And essential skills for their, future careers, if that makes sense. And so they're able to get that networking, where they're able to build, professional relationships and network with, industry professionals, and make those, connections, resume building, which is another plus where they're having a internship experience, on a resume can really significantly enhance the student's, job prospects, after graduation. And usually employers often, value that real world experience and seeing that they've kind of already, built on that skill and that's something that, they can demonstrate and, as an employer and they carry those practical skills. And that's really good to see and exposed to those employers. And so it really just allows students to, have the opportunity to also explore like the different career paths, being in this program and learning more about their field of study. So it also gives them an opportunity to be, explore other different roles in the industries to really better understand their interests, their strengths, and preferences. Really just helping them make more informed decisions about their future careers. And so a lot of times students will be like, I think it was a site visit not too like a year ago, and a student no, it was our spring break program, and it was for the health museum. Um and students it was one student who I believe was majoring in like something in IT. I forgot the name her program of study, but she didn't think that that particular like her going on the spring break trip, which is the alternative spring break trip. She didn't think, going to the health museum would be a benefit for her because it didn't have anything to do with what, in her field. And we're like, well, it's IT. So, I mean, because you are an IT major, there's lots of positions there that deal with IT. Don't think because the name says like, health museum or health or medical something related, like in the healthcare field, doesn't mean that we don't need we don't have you couldn't find a position in your field of study so it's really important that students do their research at a lot of these the employers that they seek and are interested in applying for it. But there is the, a position in your career field that you may not know of, and that you need to look a little bit more deeper into and do your research. I think that's really important. So again, just to reiterate the program and how it helps and benefits the student is that, students can, gain insight into, um, having the expectations and um, learning more about their chosen field. It will, help them really, better prepare themselves for their future careers. So.
So two things that came up in my mind, and this is the off like conversation when you're talking about spring break. Well, it's not really off, is it's within that. First off, spring break, teamwork. Like you're
Mhm.
both, I think all the students are, venturing into a new environment. So being able to lean on each other, I think is pretty important. And also spring break, whether it be alternative and or study abroad.
Mhm.
That brought me to that too. I think that's so important. I know study abroad might be difficult for some students. I unfortunately was not able to participate in spring break. I couldn't afford it as an undergrad first gen.
Mhm.
Um, but I saw the wealth of knowledge students came back with, even alternative spring break. It the it's putting students in an environment that they typically wouldn't go to.
Right.
And with that, one of the things I think about is diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is one of the skills that many entities are looking for: teamwork and appreciation for different cultures.
Mhm.
Because in teamwork, right, you're intermingling with different people, culture meaning, everything, whether the way they communicate, their favorite foods,
Mhm.
learning about someone personally and professionally. I think that's something that goes in with experiential learning.
Yeah.
And just to give kind of my experience, um, I did kind of a research experience during my undergrad. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. Wait, whoa. And I think my sophomore year, yeah, it was my sophomore year. Um, Leading to my junior year, I did research with the chair of my psychology department,
Mhm.
and we were like researching taste aversion in rats by putting electrodes in their brains. And I
Mm.
was like,
Okay.
this is so cool, and I loved anatomy physiology in high school. I loved dissecting, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm there. But through that research experience, I found out that I was not comfortable um opening up. Oh, that sounds so bad, but a living thing, a living being.
Right. Right.
And my advisor, mentor, research mentor, he was like, "What do you think neurosurgery is about?" I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh my gosh." Um, so my world, and also earning a D in Bio 101, I was like, I
Mhm.
don't think pre-med is for me. So yeah, that just I mean, it was a blessing, right? In
Yeah.
disguise. I cried for months, but when I got over that, I was like, okay, what are my other interests? So
Mhm.
I think experiential learning is so important.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, it could be beyond the academic, like you were saying, to put real world experiences in
Yeah.
it. It could be something that you're excited to do and it propels you. But like you said, it could totally revamp the way you think about a position, career. Um, and you're able to like dissect it and
Mhm.
realize maybe this isn't the population I want to work with. Maybe this is not the
Right.
industry, right? And you're saying like, IT, and the person was like, health, what? But,
Yeah.
many industries, someone's academic and or career goals are within different disciplines, different
Mhm.
career paths in the real world.
Mhm.
And I think that's amazing, a little overwhelming,
Yeah.
but amazing. Oh my goodness. But with experiential learning, is there anything additionally that you wanted to say? Or if I didn't ask a certain question?
I did want to mention that we do have like the student internship funding program. And so this is a really good opportunity for students to take advantage of and like participate in. And so it is hourly paid, like, $20 per hour. Total like payment can exceed like 3,000, but you can read all the fine like print of like requirements on our website. So all the information is there. But really that program essentially is designed it like to provide that financial support, right? So students, to help, students complete like their unpaid internship, off campus. So the program is really available, based on grant funding. And so, of course, again, students do have to be enrolled here at TWU for a semester, in order to be a part of that. But we do have that benefit for students. And then let me make sure I'm not missing anything. We do internship expos as well, where we have, and usually we'll have these like, we'll have one in the fall, we'll have another like in the spring, but what students can do is they get a chance to learn about like internship and experiential opportunities, where we have like these company organizations come out, around DFW and it's like in a job fair style, right? And so the event is really open to all majors, and a variety of like our industry employers will be present. So we do encourage students to be in like business attire in order to be, to come and attend. And if you can't, it's totally fine. But we do highly encourage that. Um, and then we also do the what is it? We also do an expo. So we also do a nonprofit public service expo. And so basically, we have nonprofit organizations around the DFW area come out too. And it's also in like a job fair style event. And so this is also offered to a lot of our, all of our students that, general majors, a variety of our industry employees come out to be present to this. We also highly encourage the business casual as well. So it is an event that's come and go kind of thing. And so we usually have these like in the on the Denton campus at Hubbard Hall, like in the Southwest Ballroom. So I highly, encourage you to, participate in those. You can usually just check out our website on these events because they're all there, and they're usually well attended. So we do have a lot of students that do attend these, and we do have a great amount of our employers that come out and visit with our students that are present. So yeah.
That is awesome. I'm so happy that these resources are available for our students.
Yeah.
Again, I think there was a time, with me where I think there were career fairs, but not like experiential learning fairs.
Hmm.
So it's wonderful that students have an opportunity to do that. And I would encourage students, traditional age students,
Hmm.
to adult, let me say, first time in college students, that's a better way of saying it,
Yeah.
to adult learners to go, because you don't have to be 19 years old to attend these
Yeah.
expos, fairs, and to also get in connection with you and your center, right? I mean, and I wanted to ask, can students sign up for like a newsletter or anything from your for the Pioneer Center for
That
Excellence?
that is a good question. Yes, we
Okay.
do have a newsletter that is sent out at least once a week. Usually we try to do this on a Friday or Monday. I see the emails all the time. So it's once a week usually. And yes, so if you want to be a part of that, I usually whenever you attend like our events, we put you down for for those, you know, the newsletters, and you'll receive our information. But I highly suggest going on our website, and learning more about our events and programs, and how you can be present to the next event that we host. And that way you can be a part of that newsletter, or you can just send us an email at internships@twu.edu. And just be like, hey, can you put me on your newsletter, and we'll definitely get you signed up. But yeah, that's our email if you want to get in touch with us. Juan Emilio is the director of the internships and experiential learning. And then we have Kayla Holloway. She is our assistant director for internships and experiential learning. And so you can she can help you with getting you connected and being being a part of the program as well if you're interested. And then I want to make sure I answer this question, because I feel like I may have missed it, or maybe students may be thinking about it. But like some of the companies that we bring out is like, Toyota. We've brought them out. We've brought Southwest Airlines. We've brought ExxonMobil. We've brought Texas Instruments, Capital One. So a lot of these places we've brought in. And then when we talk about like our nonprofit organizations, we brought in United Way, Dallas, Casa, we brought them out. It was a few others too that we brought out. I can't think of all of them, but we usually also, when we send out, whenever we promote, we will sing, like we showcase the all the companies that will be there or be present. So again, go check out our website and learn a little bit more about who we are, how you can get involved, how you can participate, and learn more about your field of study, and get that more hands-on experience.
Wonderful. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy we discussed. We chatted.
Yes.
And I definitely encourage our students to check out sources, because many of our students, including, oh, well, not many of our students, but many students, including myself during undergrad, may have missed out on some of the, well, a lot of the resources, especially first gen, right? Because sometimes you don't know what to ask and who to ask.
Yeah.
So having these resources and really promoting them allows a plethora of students to come use TWU resources. Um,
Absolutely.
so thank you for our conversation.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah. Students, again, do reach out. I will list a couple or many resources in this module, including connections with the Center, this the Center, no, Pioneer. Can you say
Yes.
it again? I just
Yes.
lost.
It's okay. It's a long word, and Pioneer Center for Student Excellence.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
always like want to put center, in front of everything, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
Because
Thank you
it's
for
usually
correcting
like that.
me. Thank you for correcting me. But I'll put all the resources found
Okay.
in the module. So thank you for viewing this video, and see you in the next one. Take care.